Welcome to another Intros, Vamps and Endings. Back in number 10 in this series, we looked at the sixths shuffle. So you might want to go and have a look at that one because this one's very similar. We were looking at this idea. Where we added the sixths to a chord. Well, in this one we're going to add that sixth, but we're also going to add the seventh to the chord. Let's do it in the key of A to start with. If we take an A chord and we add the note that makes it into an A6, we get this chord shape, which, as I said back then, looks like an F sharp minor, but is also an A6. But now what we're going to do is we're going to raise that note that we've just added by one more fret. And I'm going to do that by putting my little finger down on the same string that my ring finger is on, but one fret higher. This is what it looks like. There's the A chord. I add my third finger here on the second string, second fret, and then I'm going to add my little finger also on the second string, but now the third fret. And we get this. A, A6, and that one is an A7. Normally we'd play an A7 like that with one finger, but we're trying to get this movement going up, up. We don't want it to leap around. We want that note to move up and then move up a bit more. And then we're going to move it back down again. So we're going to go A, A6, A7, take the little finger off, back to A6, take the ring finger off, back to A. And it needs that shuffle rhythm too. So you can either do it with all downstrokes, which sounds quite good, or you can do it with an up and down rhythm. But the important thing is we're not going where they're all evenly spaced. We're leaving that second strum, or if you're going up and down, the upward strum, a little bit late. So we get bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And our finger goes down on a down strum. So down, up, put your finger down, up, put your finger down, up, take a little finger off, down, up, take your ring finger off, down, up, and you're back to the start again. Open, second fret, third fret, second fret, open, second fret, third fret, second fret. Sounds really good, and if you're sat on a chord for a long time in anything that's got a kind of blues or rock and roll shuffle feel, then you can, instead of going, you can be doing this. You can also mix it with the sixth shuffle that we did back in lesson 10 in this series. So I could go open, and then put that down on the second fret, and then go back to the open again like I did in the original one. Do that twice, and then on the third time go up to the seventh. So open, second fret, open, second fret, open, second fret, third fret, second fret. So I get this. Let's find it in a few more chord shapes, because we've got it in A. How about in C? Well, in the previous lesson we decided that C to C6 doesn't really work because we need this note to go up and back down again. And if we go from a C to that C6 with no fingers, this note's moving down. It doesn't sound as effective. Not as good. We need that note that we're adding, that open first string note, somewhere else. So we find that on the second fret of the G string. This works as well if you've got a low fourth. It sounds great. So I'm going to play my C chord and I'm going to add the second fret of the G string. That's my sixths. Now we learnt this before, but the seventh that we're going to add in this lesson is always one fret above the note you've added for the sixths. So if we're adding the second fret, then we want to move that up to the third fret. And that chord, 3, open, open, 3, is just an alternative way of playing a C7. So now we can go C, C6, C7. And of course, like before, we can mix it up by going C, C6, C, C6, C, C6, C7, C6. Let's try it in F. Our F chord with our first two fingers, our F6 is just like making that into a D minor chord. So some people like to do their D minor chord by flattening down their second finger to cover two strings, or you could add your ring finger right underneath your second finger, second fret on the third string up. That D minor lookalike is also an F6. We've added that note at the second fret, so where's the seventh going to be? One fret higher at the third fret. So you can either slide that finger up or you can add your little finger, whichever you prefer. Now in the previous lesson we also did a G, and we did it like this. We found our G6 by adding our little finger here on the fourth fret of the C string. Now this one's quite tough to do if we want to add the seventh as well, because we've got to move that little finger up to the fifth fret. It's not so bad on a soprano, but if you're on something bigger like a tenor, this might be one that you don't want to do, and you can find a different way of doing something or play something else or play it in a different key, because this is quite tricky. But I play my G, I add my ring finger on the fourth fret of the C string, then I slide my little finger up to the fifth fret of the C string. It's a good workout for your little finger. As with the sixth shuffle, you can do this on every chord in a 3-chord blues, or you can just keep it for one of the chords or two of the chords, or just use it when you need to sit on a chord for a bit in between verses. And don't do it when you're singing. You get to the end of a verse, you can do that little shuffle pattern for a while, and then stop adding those extra notes while you sing the next verse. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.